Buddy, this is Bob Passy again, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about how important it is for the ordinary citizens to become very active at this time. It's a kind of a now or never sort of event that we're experiencing. This new administration seems to be wanting to uh, destroy almost the entire structure of this nation, and in the process our democracy, and doing great damage to the whole idea of a democracy under law. Um, and I think we need to be very active as citizens because the processes of electoral politics aren't going to work because the new administration controls almost all of the power. So our leaders in the House of Representatives and the Senate um, are not going to be particularly helpful for us in their daily work. Um, what they say is important, and what they get on the news is important, and how they're opposed to some of the things that are going on with the new administration is important. And the votes, I suppose, are important, except what is needed is for the grassroots action of the ordinary citizens. And if they're going to, since they've been elected as leaders and they're supposed to be representing us, they need to get out of their offices and they need to get out there in the people, with the people, demonstrating or standing with the people and meeting with the people and demonstrably, obviously active. And so what you can do as a citizen is to insist that those people get out of their offices and get out into the streets with you and meet in communities and be active with the ordinary grassroots action and the grassroots people that the Democratic Party all along should have been doing but hasn't done a very good job of over the last decade or so. So, what I would say today is contact those people and insist that they get out among the people and be supportive of their actions and remind them that you're their constituents and you need to you need to see them actually leading and helping what's going on. And besides that, continue to talk to your friends and your acquaintances and the people you see during the day, and talk about how important it is to maintain the kind of programs and the laws that we have that keep the nation together. We can't just willy-nilly start cutting and slashing everything as though it's not going to have an effect. It's having an effect on everything. Everything is kind of being demolished in front of our eyes, and we will have ramifications of that we've never seen before, I believe. So talk to people, write letters, call your congressmen and your senators and tell them you really need them to get out in the people. We don't need them in their offices. We need them out in the people because the people are the only thing that are going to stop this momentum. And we don't have time to wait for another election. We don't have time even for the courts to do all the things they're doing that are very helpful. But we need to stop the momentum, and the people standing in the streets are the only thing that is going to stop that momentum. So, demonstrate that you're for democracy. I mentioned yesterday that perhaps even finding a way to wear a little pin or something that says democracy, or being on Facebook or social media holding up a sign that says I am for democracy. You're, you don't have to do great, wonderful, big things. Just doing what you can do is going to be important. And I mentioned yesterday finding a way for each community to have a night, short time, half hour of a meeting called the Vigil for Democracy, where people who are supportive of democracy and don't want to see it disappearing are willing to come out for a half hour or hour and congregate just to be with each other and be a part of the coalition of the willing. And that will stop this momentum. And if we stand by, we'll lose everything. So be active. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to, most of us can't, we can't fly to Washington or whatever. But there are many, many things we can do. And most of all, we should be active. So I'm just encouraging you to not sit still, but to do as you can, because it's a now or never thing. All right, that's all for today. Thanks a lot. Bye now.